Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Easy Mathematics. In this video, we are going to discuss the behavior of some infinite series. So, behavior of the infinite series means it is convergent or not. For that, we have mainly two series. One is the geometric series, another one is the P series. So in this video, we are going to discuss the behavior of the geometric series. In next upcoming video, we discuss the behavior of the P series. So first of all, it is the geometric series, and remember this geometric series we use for various problems to solve their convergency and divergency behavior. So now first of all, geometric series. We all know what is the geometric series, and it is in the expression a plus ax square plus ax cube. In this way it is up to infinity, as we are discussing with the infinite series. Now here the common ratio we should say it is x, and definitely a is a greater than 0 value. Now this geometric series is convergent if mod x less than 1. Mod x less than 1 means x lies in between -1 and +1. Again, it is divergent if we will find out x is greater than equals to 1. That is, x lies in between 1 and infinity. Again, it is oscillates if x value lies here, it is x less than equals to -1. So, x lies in between -infinity to -1. So, for the different values of x, we will find out that the different nature of the geometric series we have. So, how to prove that in corresponding that different x values, it is convergent or divergent or oscillatory? For that, we are going to prove it. So, first of all, it is convergent or not, for that proof. So when we consider the nth partial sum of the given series, so then Sn is equals to a plus ax square. In this way, last term it is ax to the power n minus 1. So being a finite series with n number of terms, its summation is a into x to the power n minus 1 divided by x minus 1. Definitely x not equals to 1. And here just remember that this one, here the common ratio is x. So now, if x lies in between -1 and +1, so in between for these values, xn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. If x value is, suppose it is less than 1, so less than 1, let it be 1 by 2. If it is 1 by 2, then its power, whatever it be, it gradually decreases, so that it is tending towards 0 as n tends to infinity. Again, if x is less than 1, that means this formula we should write as a into 1 minus x to the power n divided by 1 minus x as x less than 1. So that from here, now if we take the limit on both sides, then we will find out the limiting value, let it be s. So that is equals to limit n tends to infinity Sn is equals to, as this is s tends to infinity, n tends to infinity, so x to the power n is 0. So that we will find out a divided by 1 minus x, which is a finite number. So we can say the series is convergent within the range x, which lies in between -1 to +1. Just remember, -1 and +1 both are not included here. So in the further, we are going to discuss that what happens if x value is exactly +1 or exactly -1. But here just look, it is the unique value and a finite value. So the given series is convergent when x value lies in between -1 to +1. Now if x is equals to exact 1, then what happened to the series? That Sn becomes a plus a into x means a, then plus a into x square means again a. So it is up to n terms. So that summation is Na. Now for x is equals to 1 and a as n tends to infinity, we will say that its limiting value is infinity, because Na is there and n tends to infinity. So ultimately it is tending to infinity. So when x is equals to 1, it is divergent. Next, when x is greater than 1. If x is greater than 1, then the nth partial sum gives the summation as a into x to the power n minus 1 divided by x minus 1. For x greater than 1 and as n tends to infinity, so what happened to this one? X value is greater than 1. Suppose it is 2, 3, 4, anything. So x to the power n as n tends to infinity should be tends to infinity. so that while we take the limit on both sides, then we will find out this limiting value is going towards infinity. So again it is divergent. So we will find out when x value is plus 1 or it is greater than 1, for both the case we will say that the value is divergent for this one and the above one. So for both of this we can say that when x is equals to greater than equals to 1, then it is divergent. Now when x is equals to exactly minus 1, then what happens? Then the series becomes a minus of a, because a into x is there, x value is minus 1, so it leads us to minus a. Next it is plus a, because a x square is equals to, it is minus 1 its whole square, so it is plus 1, so it is plus a. Similarly, so it is alternative plus minus we will find out. Now if n is odd, then this summation should be giving us the value a, and if this summation is even, that means n value is even, then definitely we will get the value 0. So for x is equals to 1, we will have, when we take the limiting value, two values. One is either a or it is 0. So we say the given series is oscillatory series and it oscillates between 0 and a. Now further, if we will say that when x is equals to minus 1, then what happened? X less than minus 1, then what happened? The ascent we should find out like this way, because x is less than 1 value is there. Now as n tends to infinity, then what happens? 1 minus x to the power n. As n tends to infinity, x value is less than 1, minus 1 is less than 1. So x to the power n should be tends to infinity. So 1 minus x to the power n is also tends to infinity. Depending upon n is even and odd, we will find out this is plus infinity or minus infinity. So accordingly, when we take n tends to infinity, we will find out this ascent value is plus infinity if n is odd, and it is minus infinity when n is even. So that is again two limiting value we will find out, and these two limiting values lies in between minus infinity to plus. From minus infinity to minus 1, if x value lies, then it is oscillatory sequence. Hence ascent oscillates infinitely, and thus we may conclude that as the variable x changes, the terms also changes in the given infinite series, and for that the series may be convergent, divergent or oscillatory. So it is very important to determine the value of the range of the x. That means x value, its range should be determination is very much important, for which the given series is convergent. This value of the variable x may lead to the concept of interval of convergence. So interval of convergence means during which interval x value for our given series is convergent. So which should be discussed at the time when we learn power series. This interval of convergence we discuss more explicitly when we discuss the power series. So here the interval of convergence, so we can say it is x mod x less than 1. So that means x lies in between minus 1 to 1. So that is the interval of convergence for this series. So that is the entire behavior analysis of the geometric series, which is very important for the further problem solving, because in various problem solving, while we use the different tests for convergences, there we use this geometric series as the comparative series. So just go through the lecture very well, because this is very important. So thank you all for today, and then in next video we are going to discuss the P series, that is the most important one, and how to prove this P series, that also we discuss over there. So thank you all, have a nice day.